got a lot on my mind. She got a lot on my mind. I got a lot on my mind. I got a lot on my mind.
Hey man, it's your boy Chris Aaliyah, aka CEasy, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the lifestyle. Hold up, wait, pause. Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we will be piggybacking off of my last video, which is right over here. The video where I explained how college students will be receiving nothing from the stimulus bill. But from that video, I've gotten a lot of questions pertaining to the topic of the stimulus bill. Who will receive the money? What if I file this way? How will I be receiving my money? And I will be literally answering all questions that you may have in this video. Without further ado, we're gonna get started. Okay, so the first question is, I filed as an independent, but my parents claim me as a dependent. Will I still be receiving the stimulus check? Okay, and first of all, what I want you guys to realize is that if you file independently and your parents claim you as a dependent, the IRS will send you a letter in the mail basically letting you guys know that it does not match up on both ends. And I can vouch for this because my first time going and filing my taxes was last year in 2018. I went to the tax person and I explained to them that I'm still claimed as a dependent, but I want to go ahead and receive my tax return. So there's a section whenever you file your taxes where it gives you an option where you should say, someone can claim them as a dependent. However, the person did not do that, and because of that, my parents were not able to file their taxes, and I had to go back to the person who filed my taxes, and we had to change that to allow my parents to claim me as a dependent and to file their taxes. So based off of my situation, my answer to this question is that no, you would not be receiving a stimulus check, just because of the fact once everything is corrected, they're going to see there's a gray area, and the only way that you can receive the check is when the IRS sends you the letter back in the mail. Make sure that you claim yourself as an independent and your parents do not claim you if they're willing to do that. On to the second question. Who qualifies for a stimulus check? Okay, so literally 90% of Americans qualify for the stimulus check. You have to have filed tax between 2018 and 2019, and for a single individual, if you make up to $75,000, you'll receive the full $1,200, and if you make up to $99,000, that's the cutoff. So between $75,000 and $99,000, it's just gonna keep going, it's gonna keep decreasing until you hit $99,000, and you're not gonna receive anything. And if you're married, you file jointly, you can receive up to $2,400, and the cutoff starts at $150,000 to a certain amount it starts to frizzle out. So those are who qualifies for the stimulus check. Now on to the third question. Will pregnant mothers be receiving an additional $500 for their unborn child? And this answer, it has not yet been determined, but for all of you guys that it pertains to, please keep pushing for an answer, because the answer from this falls in direct correlation with the abortion laws and regulations that they're trying to implement. So if they grant this money, they're in fact saying it's a live fetus, and it should live fetus, and it should and the child should be able to have an opinion and say. And if they say that if they do not grant the money, then they're saying no, in fact the baby's not living yet. So go ahead and push for this, because it literally is going to answer two answers in one. Now on to the fourth question. What can I do to receive a check if I'm claimed as a dependent and I'm currently enrolled in college? Okay, so as of right now, if you're claimed as a dependent and you're in college, you are going to be granted no money, but things that you can do to hopefully make a change: share posts such as this video that you're watching, or tweets that you see, sign petitions that are trying to go ahead and grant us some money, contact your senators. Go ahead, use your voice. That's literally the only thing that we can do at this moment to go ahead and potentially receive some money, maybe in the future, even if it's not the full $1,200, maybe $700, maybe $500, like the dependents of our parents, like dependents younger than us. Those are the few things that we can do. Now moving on to the fifth question. Would those with disabilities or receiving Social Security receive a stimulus check? And the answer is in fact yes. As long as you meet the threshold with the payment and income, you will be receiving a stimulus check as well. Now on to the sixth question. How much money will I be getting from the stimulus check? And as stated earlier, for a single, you can receive up to $1,200, and jointly you can receive up to $2,400 plus $500 for each dependent that qualifies. That basically means that they're under the age of 18 and you claim them as a dependent. And I went over the cutoffs earlier. On to the 7th question. Do I need to pay taxes in order to receive the stimulus check? And in fact, yes you do. If you have yet to pay your taxes, please go ahead and file them just to make sure that you will receive some money whenever these checks get dispersed. Now, moving on to the 8th question. Will veterans and those receiving pensions get a stimulus check? And the answer is yes, they will be receiving a stimulus check. As long as, again, they're within the threshold, they too will be able to go ahead and get themselves a stimulus check. And now for the final question, which is the 9th question. When will I get the check and where will I receive it? So they're going to send out the checks within the next 3 weeks, and it's going to be sent through direct deposit, so it's going to end up straight into your bank account. And for those of you who did not set up a direct deposit while filing your taxes, it will be mailed out to you, but that will obviously take a little bit longer because they're gonna have to go through more processes to go ahead and find the individuals, then send it out and ship it out and all of that. So those are all the questions. Hopefully I was able to answer the question that you've been needing the answer for. If you found this video helpful, just go ahead and like up this video. Make sure you subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Chris Aaliyah, aka CEasy, and I make videos about fashion and business. But anyways, it's your boy Chris Aaliyah, aka CEasy, and I'm out.
I got a lot on my mind. 16 and O and that 29. 9. I got AK with the scores and 9. 9.